Hey peeps, it's Julian here from Tutoring, and as always, it's such a pleasure to join you. We're on question 2.2 from the 2018 Maths Lit Grade 11 Paper 1, and this question deals with financial maths, and in particular, dealing with interest and calculating loan amounts. So it's 2.2.1. But it first says, Miss Fussy borrows 60,000 Rand from Women's Bank to start her small business and agreed to pay back the money at an interest rate of 8.5% that is compounded annually for 2 years. So for the first question, they say calculate the amount of interest that was added at the end of the first year. So at the end of the first year, there was the 8.5% added. So for 2.2.1, we have our first year is the interest is going to equal the total, so it's going to be the 60,000 Rand multiplied by the interest for the interest rate given for that year, which is 8.5%. So you can just write 8.5% on your calculators, or 8.5 divided by 100. That's also another way of writing percent. So if you multiply by the percentage, you get that it comes to 5,100 Rand. And that's the final answer for the amount of interest added in the first year. Then asks in 2.2.2, determine the total amount that Ms. Fussy paid back after the 2 years. So for 2.2.2, we need to find out, so after the first year, what her amount is totaling up to. So after the first year, it's going to be your 60,000 Rand plus the interest for that year. And we have already calculated what this interest is going to be. So it's 5,100 Rand. So after the first year, the amount is equal to, so it'll be the 60,000 Rand plus 5,100 Rand, and this comes to 65,100. Just put that in your calculator. So that's after the first year. Now we need to find out after the second year. So the interest for your second year, because it's interest compounded, that means each year we have to recalculate what the interest is for that year. So we calculate the interest now on this new number from the end of the previous year. So it's going to be similar to how we did it up here, where we need to multiply by the 8.5%. So it's going to be, but instead of using 60,000, we now have to use the 65,100 multiplied by the 8.5 over 100. So this comes to a total of 5,533 Rand and 50 cents. So in your calculators, you take this number multiplied by your 8.5%, and you get that this is your interest. So now we need to add this interest to the amounts that we have accumulated at the end of the second year. So we know at the end of the first year it's this much, and then at the end of the second year we need to take that amount and add the interest we calculated for the second year. So the total at the end of the second year is going to equal the amount calculated for the end of the first year, so that's 65,100, plus this interest we accumulated over the second year, which is 5,533.50. Put this into your calculator and we get a grand total of 70,633 Rand and 50 cents. And that's your final answer. Before I go, I'd just like to give a special thanks to our epic sponsor for making this video possible. Read all about them in the description below. Be sure to visit our website for more of these epic tutorials. Remember, if you can't find the answer to your question, you can always send us your question and we'll respond with a personalized video just for you. And until next time, stay epic.